Hey everybody, it's Maggie with All American Roof Pros, back again with another small business spotlight. I am here with the beautiful Ashley at the Ohio State Reformatory. Ashley, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Ashley Ramey, and I'm the program director here at the Reformatory.
Perfect. And give a little overview. What is the Ohio State Reformatory?
So the Ohio State Reformatory was a former prison that was in operation from 1896 until 1990, turned museum. So underneath our roof, we have three separate museums: the Ohio Corrections Museum, the Shawshank Museum, and the North Central Ohio Industrial Museum, as well as just a generally interesting historic landmark.
Yeah. That's great. What is one thing that people need to see in person at the Reformatory?
So it really depends on your interests. We kind of have a little bit of something for everyone. If you're into historic architecture, that's this building. Our architect, Levi Schofield, used a lot of really neat architectural techniques, including Richardson Romanesque, Gothic, and Queen Anne. So if you're into architecture, this is a great spot for you. If you're into Shawshank, obviously we were Shawshank State Prison. So we have the whole Shawshank Museum and sets throughout the building.
Do you know the story behind how this became the set for Shawshank?
So the Ohio Film Commission was really lobbying Frank Darabont, the director of the movie, pretty hard to get Shawshank filmed here. He originally had his eyes on an old prison in Tennessee. He toured that prison and said, this isn't quite what I'm looking for, ended up coming here. The story goes he climbed all over this place like it was a playground, and he realized that this was the prison to be Shawshank.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about your tour program?
So we're open right now 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once winter hits, we do close on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but we offer self-guided and guided tours. So depending on the time of year, we have a tour to suit every need, whether you're into the history, into the Hollywood. This time of year, we have the Beyond the Scare daytime tour, which is half history of the Reformatory and half a daytime walk through our haunted house. So that is a very cool tour. And then we also have escape rooms.
Yeah, perfect. As far as the tour goes, do you do individual tours or group tours or both?
So we do offer group guided tours. Those are primarily going to run between 15 and 35 people on a tour, depending which tour you choose. We can do private tours if that's something you're interested in. So say you want to bring only your family group, we can arrange that. We get a ton of schools coming, and we offer we call them field trips.
Yeah.
We offer our field trips in the morning before we open to the public. So if you are a school group and you want to come out, we also offer great discounts for our school tours.
Perfect. And what are the highlights of the tour?
So they're going to be able to walk through the whole building, including the three museums. They're going to be able to, we have an audio guide, so you can listen to the recorded history of the building or go on a guided tour if you want a live person tell you that information. And really, there's a couple huge draws here in the building. We have the Shawshank sets. We have Old Sparky, which is the electric chair that was actually used in executions in the state of Ohio. Now, it was never used here on site. We never performed executions here, but that chair is what they did use. And then obviously our cell block, the East Cell Block, is the tallest freestanding steel cell block in the world.
Wow. Tell me something that most people wouldn't know.
So the thing I love best about history is that even though history does not change, what happened, what you learn about it does change as time goes on. So I've been here at the Reformatory for about 5 years now. And the story we always told when I first started working here on our guided tours was that when we wanted to purchase the building, the state made us go to auction. We were the only people who showed up at auction. We bid on it for $1. That is actually not what happened at all. So again, this whole learning your history, finding new facts, discovering things as you go along. What actually happened was the 123rd Assembly in the Ohio State House wrote a bill giving us ownership of the property, and then we paid a $1, a symbolic $1 for a governor's deed. So the governor signed the building over to our organization.
Funny. That is a neat story.
Yeah.
In your 5 years, what has been something that stands out to you?
So I would say the way things have changed over the past 5 years. Obviously, our mission is to preserve and restore our building. That's why we exist. I've gotten to see completely run down areas turn into beautiful, 1950s look, completely redone. We hear the people who say that they want to leave the building kind of spooky. But the problem with that, of course, is that if we don't take some of these steps, eventually it's going to crumble. And we don't want that to happen either. So really kind of finding that nice middle ground, but watching the progress for that has been incredible.
Yeah, that's great. To wrap it up here, let's tell our viewers how people can get tickets and how they can come see this amazing reformatory.
Sure. OhioStateReformatory.org is our website. We have descriptions of all of our tours, all of our paranormal activities. You can purchase tickets on that page. If you're interested in our escape rooms specifically, you can always visit escapeosr.com. They do have their own separate webpage. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can also call in.
Yeah, awesome. Well, guys, if you know anyone who is into history, or if you yourself are in the area, the Mansfield area, and you just want to know what is inside this amazing building, make sure that you get a ticket to go on a tour here and experience all of the various things that they have. This is where the legendary Shawshank Redemption was filmed. So you want to make sure to come out and check out everything that they have going on here at the Ohio State Reformatory. I'm Maggie with All American Roof Pros, and this has been another Small Business Spotlight. Bye, guys.